Welcome to Dividing Whole Numbers by Fractions. Please be sure you have these notes in front of you. Now that you do, let's get ready to begin this lesson. The learning objective for today says, I can divide whole numbers and fractions using the standard algorithm.
Vocabulary. Fraction is part of a whole. Dividend is the total amount. It goes in. Divisor is the amount going into the dividend. Divisor goes out. Reciprocal would be any two numbers with the product of 1. Basically, it means to flip the fraction. Key concepts. To divide whole numbers and fractions using the standard algorithm, multiply the dividend by the divisor's reciprocal.
So for example, if I have a problem that says 1/2 divided by 3/4, what I want to do is I'm going to rewrite the dividend, which is 1/2. Then I'm going to change the division sign to multiplication. And I'm going to take the reciprocal of 3/4, which is 4/3. Now I'm ready to solve this problem. To do that, you would multiply the numerators. Then you would multiply the denominators. And always be sure to reduce your answers. So in order to reduce, let's try to start cross-canceling. So that our answers are fully reduced. So we're going to use these key concepts to solve the following problems.
Okay, let's practice. We are going to multiply 2/3 times the reciprocal, which is 3/2. I could cross divide here or multiply across. I'm going to multiply across, and when I multiply the numerators, 2 times 3, I will get 6. And the denominator, 3 times 2, will give me 6. And this will equal 1 whole. This would prove that 3/2 is the reciprocal of 2/3 because I got the product 1.
So let's go ahead and try this second practice problem. If I have this whole number of 5, I can make this whole number of 5 look like a fraction by placing it over a 1. And then I want to multiply it by the reciprocal, so I'm going to take the reciprocal of 5/1, which is 1/5. So what I could do, like Miss Wong said, was I could go ahead and I can cross-cancel if I wanted to, or I can multiply straight across. What I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and multiply straight across, so 5 times 1 is 5, and 1 times 5 is 5. We know that 5/5 is the same as 1 whole. So what this just proves is that the reciprocal of 5/1 is 1/5 because when I multiplied them, the product became 1.
Example 1. We are going to find 2 divided by 1/3. We're going to make sure we make the whole number 2 into an improper fraction. And we're going to put 2/1. Change division into multiplication. And take the reciprocal of 1/3, which would be 3/1. Then we're going to think to ourselves, can I cross cancel? I can't. So I'm going to just multiply across. And when I multiply 2 times 3, I will get 6. 1 times 1 in the denominator will give me 1. and that becomes 6 whole. Example 2. We are going to find 7 divided by 2/3. Let's change 7 whole into an improper fraction, which will give us 7 over 1. Change division into multiplication, and the reciprocal of 2/3 would be 3/2. And then we're going to think to ourselves, can we cross divide? We can't. So we're going to just multiply the numerator area. 7 times 3, which will give us 21. Then look at the denominators. 1 times 2 will give us 2. And we can keep it as an improper fraction, or you can change it to a mixed number. To change it to a mixed number, the numerator 21 will go in, and the denominator 2 will go out. I'm going to calculate on the side. 21 will go in the dividend area. 2 will be in the divisor area. 2 goes into 2 one time. 1 times 2 is 2. 2 minus 2 is 0. And we're going to bring 1 down. 2 goes into 1 0 times. 0 times 2 is 0. 1 minus 0 would be 1. So 10 will be my whole number. 1 is going to be my numerator. And 2 will be my denominator. Therefore, your answer can be an improper fraction, 21/2, or a mixed number, 10 and 1/2. Yay! Let's practice. Pause the video, complete the got it problems, then go back to check your answers.
Now that you completed problem D, the correct answer should have been 18. And problem E, the correct answer should have been 7.5 or 7.5. So let's begin example 3. It says find 4/5 divided by 4. So when I start this, I'm going to rewrite the problem as 4 over 5 divided by 4 over 1. All I did was I made my whole number into a fraction. So if I want to rewrite this problem, I'm going to take my dividend, which is 4/5, and keep it the same. My division sign becomes a multiplication sign. And I'm going to take the reciprocal of 4 over 1, which is 1 over 4. Now I could sit there and multiply across, or I can cross cancel, which is what I prefer to do. So I'm going to ask myself, how many times does 4 go into 4? Cross it out, put a 1. How many times does 4 go into 4? Cross it out and put a 1. Now multiply straight across. 1 times 1 on the numerator is 1. And 5 times 1 on the denominator is 5. So my final answer is 1/5 because I cannot reduce any further.
Now let's see what you're made of. Pause the video, complete the got it problems, then check your answer.
Now that you had some time to complete these problems, the answer for letter A is 1/4. And the answer for letter B is 1/14. So if you didn't get any of these answers, let's talk about it during class tomorrow. So we've just completed the lesson. Go ahead and self-assess yourself on how you feel about this topic. If you feel like you're a novice or an apprentice, go back and watch the video again or until you feel comfortable with the concepts.